lot of traveling.
I do, yeah.
That's a good thing.
It is, for sure, for sure. I love meeting new people. And of course, a lot of the films I've done, I've had the opportunity to travel with the film and meet the people and do Q&As and all that kind of stuff, yeah.
Thus far, do you have a favorite country?
You know what I fell in love with? Norway.
Really?
Yeah, it's so random when I say that to people, but Norway, first of all, they have this beautiful place where they keep the records of the Nobel Peace Prize, right?
Okay.
So you can learn the history of the Nobel, and I just love the whole idea. And the Nobels just came out recently,
Right.
and it just gave me goosebumps. Plus, everything there sort of just inspires you to want to be a writer. I mean, they have a whole place there just dedicated to Henrik Ibsen, and Henrik Ibsen is so interested in women's rights. And so you go to that museum and you're like, oh, this is where his words came from, just sitting on a bench, listening to his wife, who he thought was so brilliant. I love being there. It just inspired me to want to be a writer.
So do you write as well?
I do write, but not for anyone else's consumption. I mean, I've been working for years on a book called Why Every Little Girl Should Be a Movie Star. And it was my idea of how being in this field has changed my life and has increased my empathy and compassion, and how I wish more people could go on this journey. As soon as I try on a character, it makes me understand that world, that city, that country. It'd be nice if everyone had that sort of escape.
What you're saying is that, you know, being an actress, it's not always glamour and hair and makeup and the wardrobe and the set. It's the fact that you've taken something from this character that you can learn from and that others can learn from. You're absorbing everything around you. I think that's awesome.
You know, there's a great quote from Johnny Depp. He said, you know, to be an actor is sort of like throwing the biggest house party ever. And you're telling everybody, yes, come out to this house party, yes. And then you have the party, and then at the end of the party, there's like damage. And like, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna have to fix some things. I feel like that's what it is to be an actor. Like, you open yourself up to this experience, and whatever damage happens, it's more like a renovation. You're like, oh, I didn't know about that. Well, there we go. I'll take some stock. And so your heart just opens up more and more. And I think that's why you see a lot of actors or artists in general who become activists in some way.